the mad mystic hammering of the wild ripping hail. The sky cracked its palms in naked wonder at the clinging of the church bells blew far into the night, leaving only bells of lightning and its thunder. Striking for the gentle, striking for the kind, striking for the guardians and protectors of the mind, and the poet and the painter who lights up his rightful time. And we gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing.
Bob had a concert at the Santa Monica Civic Auditorium where he told everybody how he and Neuwirth and them had traveled across the country, and he sang Chimes of Freedom Flashing, and it was incredible. After the concert, all of a sudden we found ourselves trapped. There was a press of people outside. We made it into the station wagon, and then all the people came rushing over to the station wagon, and we slowly started to move the station wagon out, and I turned around and saw there was an amp and his guitars and their suitcases in the back with a little tarp over it, and I saw the tarp moving. 2 young girls stowed away under the tarp. So we had to stop and gently eject them. And of course, then all the people were pressing around. All of a sudden, he had become an idol. That was the beginning of people wanting more from him, you know, as if just the songs weren't enough.
Everybody wanted to sleep with Bobby, to get high with Bobby. The reverence was for Bobby, but it was also for what he had created, and everybody wanted to get close to it. The desire to be next to him produced a huge magnet, which drew everybody, young and old.
Genius makes its own rules, and Dylan is a genius, a singing conscience and moral referee, as well as a preacher.
He came to be as he is because things needed saying, and the young people were the ones who wanted to say them. He somehow had an ear on his generation. I don't have to tell you, you know him, he's yours, Bob Dylan.
I ain't looking to compete with you, beat or cheat or mistreat you, simplify you, classify you, deny, defy, or crucify you. All I really wanna do is, baby, be friends with you.
I want to say thank you. I love you.
Well, it ain't no use to sit and wonder why, baby, if you don't know by now.
Johnny Cash was more like a religious figure to me. And there he was at Newport, you know, standing side by side. Meeting him was a high thrill of a lifetime. And just the fact that he had sung one of my songs was it was unthinkable.
Johnny Cash and June Carter came by. After Bob had put a couple 3 tunes on tape for him, this little portable machine, Johnny called him out in the hall, and Bob came back in a few minutes later, and he was holding his guitar, and he gave me his guitar. And Neuwirth was saying, wow, that's an old country tradition, and somebody gives you a guitar, that's a big honor. You know?
When Bob began to ignore topical material, it bothered me, because he wrote such marvelous material. You know, and suddenly to stop that meant that he was going away from a political consciousness that we felt we all had. One can attribute that as going commercial. He's getting away from this. And that bothered us.
Let me forget about today until tomorrow.
An artist has got to be careful never really to arrive at a place where he thinks he's at somewhere. You always have to realize that you're constantly in the state of becoming, you know, and as long as you can stay in that realm, you'll sort of be all right. I can't self-analyze my own work, and I wasn't going to cater to the crowd because I knew certain people would like it and certain people didn't like it. I mean, I got in the door when no one was looking. I was in there now, and there was nothing anybody from then on could ever do about it.
There's a time when the operation of the machine becomes so odious, makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon all the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop. And you've got to indicate to the people who run it, to the people who own it, that unless you're free, the machine will be prevented from working at all.
The police have got Mario away. They have pulled him away from the police have pulled Mario away from the street.
All of us felt that those folks before didn't get it. We were surrounded by people who were insensitive to the need for change. And that's why Peter Palmieri and Bob Dylan, Joan Baez, all of whom were about the same age, were put in positions of leadership because there was an identification amongst the college students.
I felt it all over America. You know, wherever in America you went, you felt that things were happening in an Olympian type of way, which children were beyond their parents' command.
Sometime around that period of time, I was painting in Berkeley. And the phone rang. I think this was 1964. The phone rang. It was Bob, and he said, I have to do these shows. You want to come? I said, well, I'm painting pictures. He said, I'll buy you a leather jacket. And he said, all the paint you need. The next thing I knew, you know, I got on a plane and I flew to New York. In those days, artistic success was not dollar-driven. It was, you know, those were simpler times. If you had something to say, which was basically the way people were rated, you know, they would say, have you seen Ornette Coleman? Does he have anything to say? And it was the same with Bob or anybody else, you know, did they have anything to say or not?
He not busy being born, is busy dying.
Nobody heard anything like this before. No one had heard anything like this before. There was a word of mouth. And by the way, a crowd of 1,200 people isn't that big a crowd if you stop and think about it. That's about how many people are waiting for the D train at the Sheridan Square right now.
But even the President of the United States sometimes must have to stand naked.
What struck me was that he was at one, or he became identical with his breath. And Dylan had become a column of air, so to speak, at certain moments where his total physical and mental focus was this single breath coming out of his body. He had found a way in public to be almost like a shaman, with all of his intelligence and consciousness focused on his breath.
So don't fear if you hear a foreign sound to your ear. It's all right, Ma. I'm only sighing